Hey guys, so I'm kind of just chilling here in my bedroom, thinking I should make a video about what I'm thinking. Me and my boyfriend just had a little bit of a fight. Um, Fights are never good. They're one aspect of a relationship, however, that are bound to happen. You can't control it. They're gonna happen, and how you guys come out of it, and what you guys say to each other, and how you say it, is a true measure of how strong your relationship is. So it's very important not to overlook arguments and fights that you guys have. In my case, it was about money. My boyfriend currently doesn't really have a job. He has a lawn care business, but he doesn't have a 9 to 5 steady paycheck job. I have a part time job and am looking for another full time at night. However, I think it's probably only going to be part time as a waitress. But that's okay. Money is money. However, we kind of got into the argument of I owed him money for a bill, and I don't have a lot of money right now because my paycheck is coming up, which means I've already used up a lot of money. Um, so I was getting down to like my last $50 kind of thing until Friday, and he was kind of getting grumpy, and so I was getting mad and said, well, I don't want to be around you when you're like this. And I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I started getting heated. And I was like, but you're the one who owes me $1,300. And that's another story. Loaning boyfriend's money. And that's another good lesson a lot of girls need to learn. Especially me, apparently, still. And I'm the one making the videos about this. Anyways, that aside, we had a fight. And he ended up driving off to his mom's house. He goes there a lot. He needs to get away, which is nice. I wish I had somewhere I could go, but this is in my hometown, so it can be hard sometimes. But it's nice because it gives us a chance to both cool down. And you know, most arguments are just heated. Both sides are trying to make a point, and you need to step back from an argument. The thing for women to realize is men are always going to try to be dominant in a conversation. Um, and you may not even notice it, but trust me, they are. Anyways, they're going to try to be dominant in a argument too, and being a weaker sex or whatever, smaller, or at a disadvantage to arguments. So what I like to do, what I've learned to do over a long time, is if they're gonna argue, let them argue. Make your point and have backup. That's the worst you can do, is try to make a point in an argument and have nothing to back it up. Trust me, you need backup. Um, Second thing is remain calm. When you're mad, he'll get mad. When you get even madder, he'll get even madder as well. And that doesn't always bode well for either of you. In fact, I can't think of a situation where it would at all. Anyways, um, just try to remain calm. You know, I find with my boyfriend, he'll go off, do his own thing for 2 or 3 hours. He'll come back, he'll say sorry, what we were trying to say. I'll have a chance to say it then, and we'll both be calmed down and not be arguing. So when an argument happens, usually it's from stress. We're both, stressed from the day. Um, I want him to do something. He doesn't want to do it right now because he wants to play Xbox or Wii or whatever, right? And gotta admit, ladies, if we want something done, we want it done pretty much now or yesterday. So you can see how the two sides don't really go together well. Anyways, so another good thing to remember is that if he truly loves you and you've been in a relationship for a while, he doesn't want to hurt you, and he's gonna feel bad that he was yelling at you, and um, it's always gonna be okay if you know that you guys have a very strong relationship. So that's what I always know. We have an argument, we take our time afterwards, and he always calls me and lets me know where he went, that he's safe, um, and that he'll be home later and we can talk. So I like that aspect of the relationship, and hopefully it's one that you guys in your relationships can also gain. Um, but you know, it takes time. Fighting right off the bat might be a sign you guys aren't meant for each other. Feel it out. If the arguments are happening every day over everyday things, I would just drop it and run. You know, you have to build a foundation, and to do that, it takes teamwork, dedication. And if you are fighting over who's holding the hammer, you can make a foundation. So, arguments take time, they take patience. You can still make your point later. You know, you don't have to make it right at that moment when you know your boyfriend is mad and stressed and just wants to have a beer and play some Xbox. If you're making dinner and you're mad because he's not helping you and he's playing Xbox, well, you can just make a really big mess, let him play Xbox, make him dinner, and then tell him you're going to bed and the dishes are up to him. You gotta be clever about this. We're supposed to be witty, right? And have all the great little, I can make you do this or do that, right? So we gotta use it to our advantage. And if that happens enough times, you know, maybe he will actually think, hey, maybe I'll just do the dishes. That's what my boyfriend did. He's like, okay, well, if you cook, I'll clean. There you go. There's no need for an argument. So it takes patience. So hopefully, you guys, if you're arguing, just remember, women, that if he loves you, most likely all he needs is time and to de-stress. You can still make your point in an hour or two, right? And guys, a lot of women get scared in arguments, and because they know that they feel safe with you, because you're their boyfriend, they will fight till the bitter end to make a point. So if you can just say to us, you know, I need some time, I'm willing to listen to you just after an hour of Xbox, or I'll help you in 5 minutes after, you know, I finish this beer, whatever. But make it clear to us that we can still make our point, but you just need a little bit of time. So if we both work together, I'm sure we can find a way to solve arguments. If it gets physical, however, that, like I've said in previous videos, do not take women. Um, Violence towards women is never, ever acceptable. And if this is happening to you, uh, get out. Do not even stay. Get yourself safe. Because if he's fighting you or physically hurting you or threatening to physically hurt you in an argument, it is not worth it. So I hope this video helped you guys. You can always email me at stephwaters15 at yahoo.com, and I will try to, you know, try to help you guys out if you have any questions. Um, you know, arguments suck, but they happen, so we just have to deal with them as best as we can. Stay calm, tell each other what you want to tell each other, but if you need time to be able to tell them that, just tell that person you're fighting with, I need some time, I need some space. You know what's even better? If you guys decide to write it out when you're mad or you're more calm, and then give it to each other. Pacts are also a good way to get out what you wanted to say. Try to find compromises, because you know he'll have a list, he'll have a list, and kind of put them together, and then see, okay, well, I get mad when you do this, and oh, well, I get mad when you do that. Well, if you don't do this, I won't do that. I've done that with previous boyfriends too, and it does work. As long as you're dedicated to sticking to the rules you make and compromises you make. So, I hope to see you guys online and leave some comments below. Alright, talk to you later.